The 1965 Washington quarter is a very interesting coin. Most people think it is just worth 25 cents. But some rare types of this coin are worth a lot of money. Some have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So it is smart to check your pocket change. You might have a coin that is worth much more than face value. In 1965, the U.S. Mint made a big change. Before that year, quarters were made of 90% silver. But starting in 1965, the Mint used a new metal mix. The new coins were made of copper and nickel. This was done because silver was getting too expensive, so the government stopped using silver in quarters and dimes. The new coins are called clad coins. But here's where it gets interesting. During this switch, a few 1965 quarters were made using old silver blanks by mistake. These silver planchets were meant for 1964 coins. But a few were left in the machines. So they got stamped with the 1965 date by accident. These rare coins are called silver era quarters. They look almost the same as the regular ones. But they are very valuable. Here is how you can tell if your 1965 quarter is silver. 1. Weigh it. A silver quarter weighs about 6.25 grams. A regular 1965 quarter weighs about 5.67 grams. 2. Look at the edge. A silver quarter has a solid white or gray edge. A regular one has an orange-brown line, from the copper inside. 3. Sound test. Tap it with another coin. Silver makes a higher, ring, sound, while clad coins sound dull. If you think you have a silver one, take it to a coin dealer or get it graded. Some silver 1965 quarters have sold for $7,000 to over $14,000 at auctions. There are other rare types of 1965 quarters too. One type is from a special mint set, also called SMS. In 1965, the U.S. Mint did not make regular proof sets or mint sets. Instead, they made SMS coins for collectors. These coins were made better than regular ones. They have a nice satin finish, kind of soft and smooth looking. The Mint made about 2.3 million of these special coins. Most SMS coins are worth just a few dollars. But high-grade ones in perfect condition can be worth a lot. Some have sold for $1,500 to $7,000, and one even sold for over $11,000. That's because it's very rare to find one in perfect shape. Another rare kind is the double die quarter. This happens when the coin is struck twice by mistake. You might see letters or numbers that look doubled. On the 1965 quarter, check the words, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date. If they look fuzzy or have extra lines, you may have a double die coin. Some of these have sold for $500 to $5,000, depending on the grade. There are also error coins struck on the wrong type of metal. For example, some 1965 quarters were struck on dime planchets. Others were made on nickel blanks. These mistakes happened at the mint when the wrong metal was in the press. These types of coins are rare and valuable. One sold for over $10,000. Another thing to look for is off-center strikes. This is when the coin is not centered right when it is made. You can see part of the design missing. The more off-center it is, the more valuable it can be. Some of these have sold for $300 to $1,000 or more. Some coins are also double-struck, meaning they were hit twice by the press in the wrong spot. These also bring high prices from collectors. Even regular 1965 quarters can be worth something if they are in mint condition. That means the coin has no scratches, dents, or signs of wear. In lower grades, they are only worth face value, 25 cents. But in MS-67 or MS-68 grade, they can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. One very nice 1965 quarter in MS-68 condition sold for $12,000. But finding one that perfect is very rare. Most regular coins from pocket change will not be that valuable unless they have a big error. So here's what to do if you want to check your 1965 quarters. Look at the edge for copper. No copper means maybe silver. Weigh the coin if you can. Over 6 grams means it could be silver. Look for any letters or numbers that look doubled. Check if the design is off-center or looks strange. Keep an eye out for super clean coins with no wear. If you think you have something special, don't clean the coin. Cleaning can damage it and make it worth less. Take it to a coin shop or send it to a grading company like PCGS or NGC. They can tell you what you have and how much it's worth. Many people throw away these quarters or spend them not knowing what they are. That's why finding one is so exciting. You never know, you could find a silver 1965 quarter worth thousands just sitting in your pocket or an old coin jar. So always check your change. The 1965 quarter might look like an ordinary coin, but some of them are anything but normal. If you're lucky, you might just find a rare one that could make your day. Let me know if you'd like a printable version or if you'd like this rewritten as a YouTube script or article for social media. The 1965 quarter was minted at a pivotal time in U.S. history. Fresh on the heels of the Coinage Act of 1965, it was the first quarter dollar minted without any real silver. Before the Coinage Act of 1965, real silver quarters were produced by the U.S. Mint. Like modern quarters, quarters minted in 1965 or later were made from an alloy of inexpensive metals, namely copper and nickel. Although the average 1965 quarter does not contain actual silver, some highly graded 1965 quarters can be quite valuable to collectors. How much is a 1965 quarter worth? The most valuable 1965 silver quarters were accidentally minted using 90% silver instead of the copper-nickel alloy that makes up quarter dollars minted after 1964. Non-silver 1965 quarters can also be very valuable, depending on their grade, condition. In near-perfect condition, a 1965 quarter can sell for as much as $7,000 at auction. Non-silver 1965 quarters in excellent condition can also be worth thousands of dollars, depending on their grade. On this page, readers will learn more about 1965 quarter values, how to identify rare variations of the popular coin, and more. Let's talk about one of the most fascinating coins in modern numismatics, the 1965 quarter dollar.